Yes. Today, I'm going to show you guys a very simple 5-minute trading strategy that will help you navigate the markets and put you on the right track. Okay. So what I follow is something that's called ELE. Okay. E stands for environment. L stands for levels. E stands for entries. The other E stands for exits. Okay. So let's go to the charts. Let me show you guys some examples. All right. So right here, I want to know the environment. Okay. So right here, the market is going up, and this is the 5-minute chart. So I'm only looking at the 5-minute chart for my entries. So I'm only looking at the 5-minute chart for my direction, entries, exits, everything. So right here, okay, this day, if we're looking at the market right here, this is where it opens, right? It opens right here. But when you're looking at the market, it's shooting up to the upside. Now you probably say, okay, maybe I need to look for longs. And that would be, a good way to look at it. But at the same time, if I'm around here, with which the market opened around here, I'm looking at this as a reversal environment. Okay, so you have a trending environment, reversal environment, ranging, and breakout environment. And you have to know these different states, because if you really think that the trend is your friend, a lot of times the trend will literally take your money, because you're not looking at the bigger picture, right? You're not looking at the different states. So right here, instead of saying, okay, I need to go long, you have to look to the left. What the left tells us? Well, it shows us that we had a steep decline right here. And also we had, some rejections right here. So this is telling me, guys, that it's possible resistance around here, right? So what I did this day was, when it came up to this level right here, I'm looking at first the environment, which is E. So the environment is, I'm looking at a reversal market, right? Second one is L, level. So this is the level I'm looking at right here. We went to this level, and then the third I'm looking at is entries. Okay, how do I want to enter the market? Well, I want to see a reaction. Okay, so I'm looking for either a strong bearish bar, okay, or a nice rejection bar, or maybe a double top, triple top at that level. So right here we have a nice red bearish bar. So this is a clear signal to go short, and this was a nice short right here to the downside. And I'm talking these lows right here. So let's go to the last one, which is exits, right? How do we want to exit? Well, there's a couple ways you can exit the market. You can have a fixed target, meaning that it could be a 1-to-1, 1 times your money, or it could be 2 times your money, or so on. Okay. Entries and exits is honestly a personal thing, and it's whatever fits you. Okay. Some people will scout for a quick 1-to-1. Some people want 1 to 3 minimum. Okay. Me personally, I like, 1 to 2s. Or if I feel like it doesn't have enough room, maybe I go for a quick 1-to-1. But right here, guys, quick scalp right here to the downside to this support level. And this gave me a 2-to-1 right here. And in this trade right here, I was up $8,821, okay, on that trade right there. So that was that trade. So again, we're looking at, those 4 different things before we take a trade. So let me show you guys another example. So right here, guys, here's another good example. Okay, the market is trending down, and basically we have a trend line break, and it's going down. Okay, so you could have probably took a short right here, or when it pulled back to here, anywhere around here, guys, would have been a good entry. So we have a nice rejection bar right here. This is a nice entry to go down. Now I know some of you guys looking at this like, hey, you can make money when the market goes down. Yes, you could. Sometimes I forget that I have beginners on my channel. So yes, you can actually go and make money if the market is going down. So right here, this is another good example. So we have the environment. What type of environment this is? Well, it's a trending environment. Okay. The second one is the level. What level are we looking at? Well, we're looking at this level right here. As soon as it broke this trend line, I will look at this level right here. Okay. And I will look at when it pulled back. Okay. I will look at this level right here. Nice little supply right here. Now, to me, I'm also looking at this level right here, because this is definitely a potential level. So let's say it never went to the supply, right? And it went to this swing high right here. Anywhere around here, definitely still a level. So those are the levels right here. Now the entry, again, the entry was a nice rejection bar, and the exit on this one was, again, you can go for the lows, which is, a support or resistance target, or you go for a fix, maybe 1-to-1, 1-to-2. Okay, so let me go to the next example. All right, so here was a trade I took today, and overall I'm looking at the market. It's pretty much going down, right? So if you look at the overall market, it's in a downtrend right here. Okay, so we're downtrending. I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the market, and we try to go up right here, but guess what? We pull back. Okay, so we keep on going down, making lower lows. So I'm looking at this market, and I'm saying, okay, what should I do? and it's obvious that we broke this trend line right here, okay? And then as soon as the market opened, which is right here, we slammed down, okay? We slammed down, and guess what? We basically made this supply right here. So what I saw was we basically hit this supply. We had this nice green bar, and then a red bar wiped out that green bar. And to me, that was a good enough signal, because that nice green bar that was bullish just got wiped out. So to me, that was a good signal to get in, okay? So we have the environment, which is, this environment is a reversal environment, right? And also we have the level, which is a supply. And then we have the entry, red bar wiping out that nice strong green bar. And then we have a nice exit to the downside, looking for a quick scalp, okay? And on this trade, I made $4,206. So that was that trade, okay? So let me show you guys some more examples. All right, here's another example, guys. So overall, we're looking at a trending market to the downside. So remember, first thing we're looking at is environment. So the environment is a trending environment, okay? Now, the next thing we're looking at is the market breaking down right here. This is where it opened right here. And I'm looking at, pretty much this breakdown right here. And I'm looking at this, level right here, this resistance level right here, okay? Let me erase this and make this much clearer. So I'm looking at this level right here where we broke down at, okay? And so when we came back to this level right here, I just took the short right here. As soon as I saw the market having problems around here, I took the short right here. We went below this candle right here for a quick scalp. And on this day, I made $2,300 for this day, okay? So this is a quick scalp. Again, we have the environment, which is a trend environment. Also, we have the level right here, which is a resistance. We have the entry, and then we have the quick one-to-one. Again, sometimes if I feel like, the market's not going to give me anything, I mean, we've been trending for a long time, so I mean, we can't really expect maybe that much out of this move. So a quick scalp is, good enough for this trade. And that was that trade. So let's go to the next example. All right, so what do we have here, guys? All right, unfortunately, these are a lot of short trades because the market has been bearish, so right here we have the market basically shooting down, right? So to me, I'm looking at this as a pretty much a bearish situation, but at the same time it's ranging. So it's bearish and it's ranging too, okay? So I'm looking at this range right here, and I'm saying to myself, okay, we have resistance right here because this is where the market opened. So let me erase this. This is where the market opened right here, guys, right? So basically the market opened right here. We went to this resistance right here, okay? Now, I was looking for the top, but this was my first resistance right here. And also we have support right here. So to me, the market was pretty much almost in a range, in my opinion. So I'm looking at this resistance right here. I saw that we had a hard time at this level right here. As soon as we went above it, couldn't close above it, and went down, I went short right there, okay, for that quick scalp to the downside. And if you look at this trade, I made $3,300 for that day. Very simple, straight to the point. Again, I'm looking at the whole picture, not just one thing. I'm looking at the whole picture. I'm using the 5-minute chart for everything, but I'm looking at the whole picture, okay? So let me show you guys, one more example so you can really understand. All right, so this day right here, guys, I was looking at this as pretty much like a ranging day, overall, similar to the last example I showed you guys. It was just really not doing anything. It was just ranging right here. So I was looking to basically, short the top. So I took this first trade right here. This first trade was a loser. And then I had to take the other trade right here because look at this. We tried to go up, really couldn't close above this high. So to me, that was a good short right there. So I took this right here. And that day I was up $4,300 for the day, okay? So that was that trade. Again, guys, I'm doing this on the 5-minute chart. You just have to just basically get used to this, understand what type of environment you are in, and also mark down your levels, have your entries and exits in place, okay? Make sure you know where you want to exit before you get into trade, okay? That should be part of your plan in general, okay? So again, entries and exits are personal. Some people like to get in as soon as it hits the level. Some people like to see confirmation. Some people like to see, a drop first and then a pullback. It's up to you. It's very personal. But, I showed you guys how I'm looking at the market, how I'm doing it. Now it's just your turn to figure out, what fits you or back test this or see if it fits you. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. If so, hit that like button and talk to you guys later. You know what to do. If you want to learn more, check the description. Talk to you guys later and have a great day.